I don't know how to build a robot. Wow, Ryan, I hear you saying, that's very cool and interesting. I didn't know that you were into building robots and stuff. Well, that's where you're wrong. I have to do this for some college thingy that I'm doing with Bloomsburg University. Also, if this video looks like it's ripped off of Michael Reeves, that's because it is. It's totally ripped off of Michael Reeves. He's super cool, and if you're my friend, I totally recommend him, but if you're my audience, do not watch him. He is the most un-PG channel I've ever seen. So, I guess today I am... So we have all these little pieces. Yes, I took the important things out of the boxes before I dumped it out. I'm not stupid. I should definitely sort these pieces out because these are... You think I'm gonna be able to find anything in this? Time to use my hardware magic skills and sort these pieces out. Boom, they're all sorted using my hardware magic. Actually, that was not magic. That's what I call deception. You see, I actually stopped the camera and used editing magic to sort all the wires out. So I don't know a lot about a lot of things. That's it. However, I will tell you what I know. This is an Arduino board. That took me a minute. Arduino board. This powers the whole thing, but this has to be plugged into a computer. This is the breadboard. All the wires get plugged in here. The breadboard gets plugged into the Arduino board. It powers all the wires along with all the other things like the motors and whatever this thing is and whatever this... Oh wait, this is a battery thing, but we don't use that much. It's very difficult and confusing. I don't like it. Then over here we have the wires. We have LEDs. We got red and yellow and this one that's all colorful with those multiple colors and... That's cool. We have this thing which buzzes and makes sound. We have this screen thing that's wrapped in bubble wrap, which for some reason was made so you couldn't pop it, because it has air going through all of them, so you can't even pop it. Whoever made this bubble wrap is... I should not have done that. Let's get to work, friends. I don't know where to start. Before we get started building it, I do have a concept. Basically, I'm gonna use all these wires to program this thing. This is gonna display a message. This is like Merry Christmas or Merry Xmas, depending on how many characters I can fit on this weird little green board thing. Where's the camera? Then I'm going to have this little thing right here buzz a Christmas song, probably Feliz Navidad. Finally, I'm going to have these lights over here, red ones and yellow. I only picked up red ones and yellow ones, and maybe this other one too that has other colors in it also. I'm gonna use these to make like a light show. Of course I dropped the clear one. I'm gonna use these to make like a light show to go along with it, and I know what you're thinking, this is really confusing, and I agree with you, and I know that right now is probably when you're expecting me to say, but I do have a plan for this part. But that's the second time you've been wrong in this video. You've been wrong twice. That's strike two. Oh, by the way, I'm also talking to Luke. Yell transition as loud as you can. That was pretty good. As I explained before, this is going to be in 3 parts. The lights, the camera, and the action. That didn't make sense. We're going to have the LEDs that are going to flash Christmas lights. We're going to have the sound thingy that makes the Christmas sounds. But the big thing is this. This is going to say Merry Christmas on it. But we have to hook this to here first. So let's do that first, because this is the biggest piece. Done. I'm just kidding. Did you think it would be that easy? Get smart. Taking a quick break from wires because my grandmother just brought me tacos. Trick shots. Oh, of course I make it in when the camera's not pointing over there. I'm just kidding, I totally did not make that in. Never overestimate my athletic ability again. Yeah. Why are resistors so difficult? Why are resistors so difficult? What? Get it? Because I'm a comedic genius. I should just plug that into positive and negative down here, and then plug that into the computer, run a code, and it should work. Let's make the code now. If you couldn't already tell that this video is a direct copy of Michael Reeves, except more PG, based on the fact that I said that already, the fact that I've never done wires or robots or anything like that before, or the fact that I'm wearing an egotistical shirt that's very dark and scary, we're gonna be copying his exact montage. We're doing that exact thing right now. Luke, yell transition. I can't stay in this pose forever, Luke.
Just hold the pose, hold the pose, hold the pose, hold the pose, hold the pose. Okay, here we go, and...
Welcome to My Friends Are Selfish Dirtbags. I'm just kidding. Thanks, Luke.
You are my friend.
The only power running through is through those wires, but there can't even be power running through the wires because there's not a full circuit without the positive and negative wires going from the ground and the 5 volts over to the positive and negative column. Obviously, 3, 2, 1. What? That does not say Merry Christmas on it. Technical difficulties, we'll be right back. I figured it out. I am not good with code, but I figured it out. And look, it says Merry Christmas, exclamation mark. That's pretty epic. Luke, transition. Say it. That's pretty cringe, bro. Next step is the lights, these little LED things. I think we already did a code before that was in a booklet that we just coded these. So I'm just gonna copy and paste that. Also, I'd like to point out that last time I did this, which you guys obviously didn't see because I didn't know I was going to be making this video until today when I started this, the wires were more spread out all across the breadboard. But now I have it all super compact up there, and these wires, the white and blue that are crisscrossed, go over top of it. So we have all that empty space to work with. So I'm thinking the music device could go in there further back and the lights could come out here. And I know that on every single level, it's way easier to do the music thing before the lights, but I feel like it'd be more funny if I tried to do this, I acknowledged that I was gonna be wrong, was wrong, and then I had to fix my mistake later. I'm not gonna ask Luke to transition again, it's always pretty cringy, so I'm gonna transition myself. Transition! Back to the coding chair. Time to build that thing on this thing, which already has a lot of stuff built on it. Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. Wait, why'd I come over to the coding chair? I need to build that first. There's nothing to code yet. This was not intentional, nor will this mistake happen again. Hey, so I think I finished that part. That's very confusing. I had to use resistors. I don't like resistors. When it inevitably does not work the first time, I'm gonna do it again and again and again until it works. And I'm not stopping until it works, because then I won't pass my college class. I have no clue how this is working, but it is working. I don't get it. I don't know why. This code works. This code that I definitely typed up all myself. I'm very good at coding. It's coding time again, baby! And this time we're gonna do it wrong. That's something Michael would say. He's not good at coding either. Right, there it is. You guys can see it. We are one-ish step away from finishing this project. But what must be done must be, oh my gosh, done. Whoa, socks are slippery. The sound one looks very simple to add in. The coding is going to be difficult because we actually have to program in every note. But the only dilemma that I'm really seeing is that the wire here goes over to squiggle 9. That's the technical term for it. But the problem is that over here, we've already used squiggle 9. Over here, it's one of these wires. My hope is that maybe, since the code is already programmed into the computer on one of the other projects that we have listed there, what if all I have to do is just declare a different pin for that? What if instead of saying pin 9, I just had it say pin something else? This is what I was talking about. This is the default code for that thing. This buzzer pin 9, that relates to the pin number. The rest of it is going. As long as I got the code right for this part, this should rickroll us. Because if you remember, that's what it did last. This is the default code. As much as I don't want to get rickrolled, alright, it's high time we change that. That's terrible. Stupid robot trying to rickroll me. I'll show you. I'll rickroll you. I'll rickroll you right now. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell. I need to go to bed. All that's left to do is to put all the code from this side. Wait. From this side, yeah. Into, wait, no. All that's left to do is to put the code from this side into this side. That's all I have to do. And then I'm done as long as it works. I really hope this works. So I have to make sure I do it the right place. It is currently 11:42 at night. Oh my gosh, I have been working on the same step for like 3 hours now. I've found something out. This isn't what I was hoping for. It's better. Before I was hoping that it would play the lights with the music and it would be synchronized. That would be cool. But what's better is that if it keeps switching from music to lights, but the music stays synchronized and you know exactly when the lights come on. Think about it. So look at what I've created. Look at this concoction. Here's all the code. Nobody cares about the code. But basically, when you upload it, those things go twice, and I can make those go, okay, there we go. They go twice. Then when it delays, you get the point. I have never used this type of code before. I think this is C++, but basically, down here is the, where is it? The delay time is 200. By making that shorter, the lights go faster. And by making it longer, the lights go longer, of course. Wherever there's a space, whereas before it would just stop the music, now whenever there's a space, it makes the lights go. However, as you saw, sometimes the lights were too fast and sometimes they were too slow. That's not because it's just different things all throughout with the spaces, whatever that means. That wasn't comprehensible. Comprendo. That was not comprendo. What's actually happening down here, you see this big string of numbers that I had to put in myself by figuring it out all by myself because literally no one could help me, and that's not even sarcasm. I actually had to do that myself. Well, these actually tell how long each note is. So for instance, the first note up here, A, will be one beat. Then D will be 2 beats. Then C is 1, etc. If I just add 8 spaces that are 1 long, I can just completely correct that, and then I can adjust the time at the end so it all syncs up. It makes so much sense, kinda. Makes sense to me. This is the last step I need to do to finish this entire project. I have spent hours in front of this thing, doing this. I wired all that. I looked at this code over and over and over. Then I realized I got some of these numbers wrong. And the numbers don't end there. They just keep going and going and going. It's like they never stop. I got some of this wrong up here, these letters and all that. But in the end, when you press upload, boy, is it the greatest Christmas miracle of all. Science. That was cool. In the span of only, when did I start this? I started this like 10 hours ago? Question mark? In the span of 10 hours, I went from not having a clue what any of this stuff did to making an epic YouTube video that'll probably get 6 trillion views. And I also finished my final project for my one college class, but who cares? It's all about the content, not about the college. I mean, think of the practical uses for this type of invention. I mean, you walk over, say you go to my house, like, hey, do you have anything festive? And I'm like, what about all these decorations? And they're like, yeah, something else. I'm like, what about the music playing? They're like, no, something else. I'm like, what about all the lights? And they're like, no, something unique. I'm like, what about this thing? And I press this little button. And they're like, does that play music and have lights and say Merry Christmas on it? And I'm like, yeah, it does. By the way, if you ever want to see me do this again, no. Throughout the whole process, it was really annoying to make. for the most part. It was a lot of waiting on some of my friends to help me until I had to figure it out myself, which is objectively my fault. Oh, hey, by the way, if you haven't already subscribed, please do that. As of making this video, we are only a few subscribers away from 400. And when I get to 400 subscribers, I will be aiming for 500 subscribers. So let's get to 400 first. It'll be difficult to do it the other way. Listen, you can always unsubscribe if you don't like the content or, you know, you just grow away from the channel or whatever. But it would be at least nice if you went down and just checked if you were subscribed. Even if you think you're already subscribed, even if you just checked. Because I am so close to hitting 400 subscribers. I'm so excited. Also, make sure to like the video, comment of something. I always say like, comment, share, subscribe. I don't think anyone does the middle two. Comment something. Comment something you want to see me do. I'm open to suggestions. I have a lot of ideas myself, but I want to see what you guys want to see. I want to do what you guys want to see. Also, share the video. Show your friends. Put it on social book. I don't know if this video will come out soon or, like, not so soon because it's not that close to Christmas yet. It's nearing the end of February. Wait. Why on earth did I say February? It's November. Oh, and by the way, that was a lie. If you ever make me do one of these again, I swear, I will not do one.